At my graduation, the dean said, "Will every student who got into this school on their own merit please stand?" Everyone laughed and shot up out of their seats, because who doesn't think they earned their spot? Then Dean Voss raised his hand. "On your own merit," he repeated, slower this time. "No donations from mom and dad. No fake athletic recruitment. Nobody taking your entrance exams for you. No checks written to a single person on this stage." The laughter died. Students who were halfway up froze, then sank back into their chairs. I stayed standing, because I knew exactly how I got in. A full academic scholarship, and 4 years of overnight shifts at a gas station to keep it. Out of almost 600 of us, maybe 90 were still on our feet. The rest just stared at their laps. Parents up in the bleachers started whispering. My mom, 3 rows back in the only nice dress she owns, looked terrified, like she was sure I'd done something wrong. Dean Voss waited until the room went completely silent. 88, he said, reading off a card. 88 of you, out of 597, earned your place here without your family buying it. The room erupted, parents shouting. A man 2 rows over screamed that this was slander and he'd sue, but Voss just kept talking. 6 months ago, the police raided an admissions consultant downtown. His company was called Bright Future Advising. Some of you in these gowns had parents who paid him $40, $80, $200,000. He set the card down. We were given his entire client list. Every name, every wire transfer, every application he rewrote. A girl in front of me named Sloane started shaking. For 4 years, she'd called me the charity case in the dining hall. Her father had flown in on a private jet that morning and posted about it online. We cross-checked his files against your admissions folders, Voss continued. 41 of you were admitted as recruited athletes for sports you have never played in your lives. We pulled the recruitment photos. Some of your faces were edited onto other people's bodies. A wave of sick, nervous laughter. One of you was admitted as a varsity swimmer and has a documented fear of deep water. Nobody laughed at that one. My best friend Cody sat a few seats down with his head buried in his hands. Freshman year, he told me his uncle knew a guy who handles college stuff. I never asked what that meant. Now I knew. 19 of you, Voss said, had a paid proctor take your entrance exam in a hotel room 2 states away. We have the hotel receipts. We have the proctor's signed confession. More parents were on their feet now. Some trying to film it. Some trying to leave. Security had quietly closed the doors at the back. Then Gage Vance stood up. Of course it was Gage. His family owns half the county, and he reminded everyone of it daily. Sophomore year, he'd announced to the entire cafeteria that my mom cleaned office buildings at night for families like his. "This is insane," he shouted. "You can't take degrees away at graduation. My father will end this school." Voss didn't even blink. "Mr. Vance, your father's name is on 6 separate wire transfers. Please sit down." Gage sat down. "Here is how this works," Voss said to the room. "The 88 students standing will receive their degrees today as planned. For everyone else, the university is voiding your admission, effective immediately. No degree. Your names have already been handed to the district attorney. Some of your parents will be arrested in the parking lot this afternoon." The crying started for real then. 4 years. The loans. The cars their parents had bought to celebrate, parked right outside. "This is entrapment," someone screamed. "It isn't," Voss said calmly. "You signed an honor agreement on day 1 stating your admission could be revoked at any time if it was obtained through fraud. You just never thought anyone would check. We checked because somebody made us. That's the part nobody in that room knew." 8 months earlier, my mom had been mopping the floor of an office downtown after midnight, the way she had for 15 years. The office belonged to Bright Future Advising. A binder had been left open on the front desk. A printed client list, names and prices, the kids of half the people in this gymnasium. She didn't understand what it was, but I did. I photographed every page, mailed copies to Dean Voss, the board, and the state attorney's office, and dropped the package in the mailbox outside the gas station where I worked nights. The same week Gage told the cafeteria what my mother did for a living. Voss called the first name to receive a diploma. It was mine.